Oh, hey guys, I'm your host, Drew Harrison. Thank you for starting your week off with me. I am so happy to see you. Happy to be back in Nashville. Made a little trip out to North Carolina this past week to film my second special. Details coming soon. So you're going to want to go ahead and hit that subscribe button on the channel if you haven't already, because we got some great comedy coming your way. Just filmed it in the beautiful Sunrise Theater in downtown Southern Pines. Had over 200 people show out of family, friends, people I've never met before. It was awesome. So if you were there in person, thank you so much. If not, you can watch it when it comes out. I will gladly appreciate those views. So we got a beautiful week ahead of us. So without further ado, let's get into it. Astronomer, yeah, you know, the company everyone's been talking about, has signed Gwyneth Paltrow as their spokesperson to try to get over this scandal, spotlight, whatever you want to call it. But it's just funny to me that Gwyneth Paltrow was married to Coldplay's Chris Martin for forever. So to get over a Chris Martin scandal, they bring in Gwyneth Paltrow, still attached to Coldplay. I'm starting to smell a little collusion. I think they set him up the whole time. This was just to get Gwyneth Paltrow's job. Now we understand, you know? Follow the money, people. There's a new app on the scene called T. It allows women to warn other women about men in their city. Hold your hat, so it has already been hacked. A lot of personal information is out there. They make you take a picture of your ID to verify yourself, and that they promised it would get deleted afterwards. It did not. All those pictures got leaked. Just goes to show you try to do something good, and it always comes back and bites you. It also shows you that angry men will stop at nothing to make sure people don't know they're angry men. You know, it was one of those dudes that was getting all kinds of talked about on that app. That was like, all right, I got to put into this. I'm going to hack into that program. I don't have many skills, but I can hack. You know, I can't treat women nice to not be on this list in the first place, but I'll put their information out there for sure. Chuck E. Cheese got arrested. Hulk Hogan and Ozzy Osbourne died. It was a tough week to be a 90s baby, but have no fear. Happy Gilmore's back. I think they said something over 70 cameos in that movie. That's insane. I love wrestling. There's so many wrestlers in there. There's so many golfers in there, sport athletes, pop culture icons. But I've also heard mixed reviews. I haven't watched it yet. I heard it was good, and I heard it was terrible. There seems to be no in between. So if you've seen it, drop your take in the comments. Let me know if you are pro Happy Gilmore 2, anti Happy Gilmore 2, and they should just stop remaking all of these classics from the 90s and 2000s. But not Spaceballs. I'm excited about Spaceballs 2. That's going to be awesome. There's a new male birth control, YCT529. That sounds terrifying. It just passed its first safety test. It's got a ways to go, but the scientists on the case said we could see it by the end of the decade. That's good. Slow rollout. You know, check all the boxes, make sure everything's good. You know, it supposedly works by temporarily stopping sperm production, but if it's just a pill, that's kind of boring, you know. Growing up, our birth control came in multicolors and flavors. We got a great show for you this week. I went and checked out one of my favorite places to eat in Southern Pines while I was back home, so I got that for what you eating. We got another Tales from the Road from the funny Jesse Jones, so stay tuned. But up next, it's On This Day. July 28th, a lot of fun stuff happened in history. In 1951, that polarizing Walt Disney released the animated musical Alice in Wonderland. Alice, 74 years old. She looks good for 74. I'll give her that. The Queen, on the other hand. In 1957, Jerry Lee Lewis made his first television appearance. He performed A Whole Lot of Shakin' on the Steve Allen Show. 1957. I thought for sure he debuted in the 40s and just got big in the 50s and 60s. But good for him. Hitting the ground running in 57. Touring with Elvis, Johnny Cash. Living the life, man. In sad news, on July 28th in 1995, this began the talks for Art Modell to secretly move the Cleveland Browns to Baltimore, which he seemed to do overnight, stunning Cleveland fans. I mean, the way they're playing, I don't know if they want it back, but they got it back. And on this day in 2061, not quite yet, but it's coming, it will be the 31st passage of Halley's Comet. So that's pretty cool. You know, on this day in another 36 years. That's pretty cool. Only 36 years to Halley's Comet. I'll be 75. That's dope. Oh, I'm going to be here. You going to be here? That's all the fun facts of things that happened on this day throughout history. Up next, it's Spots. Dick Allen, Dave Parker, Billy Wagner, CC Sabathia, and the first Japanese player ever into the Hall, Ichiro, all were enshrined this weekend in Cooperstown. By far, everyone said Ichiro stole the show, showing off his funny side. Well-deserved cherry on top of a fantastic career, man. Anything that came near that guy got swatted over the second baseman's head or hit into the gap. Never really had power, but when you're constantly hitting like that, you don't need it. And then, of course, CC, one of just most dominated pitchers of his time, and Billy Wagner, just not many closers can touch that guy. I unfortunately don't know a lot about Dave Parker or Dick Allen, well before my time. The saga between the Bengals and their first-round pick is finally over. Shamar Stewart signs his fully guaranteed 4-year, $18.79 million contract. They gave him a little bit of a bump and a fully guaranteed contract to get that language in there that they wanted. Still don't know the fine details, but it always had to do something with if he went to jail or something, they didn't want to pay him. So they paid him more to say they're not going to pay him if that happens. Y'all weird, man. Oh, and still no deal for Hendrickson. You know, their best defensive player apparently doesn't need to get paid. But the Chargers thought their right tackle Slater did, making him the highest per year paid tackle in history. 4-year, $114 million contract. But don't you fret, $92 million of that fully guaranteed. Like, he'll get $92 million even if he never plays again. The thing I always remind myself when these contracts get ridiculous like this, like I think Devin Booker in the NBA is going to make $71 million a year. The thing that puts my mind at ease about someone making that much money playing a game, A, we love it. We're going to watch it. So they might as well get paid to put their body on the line for our entertainment. And B, if they didn't get the money, the owners would just keep getting richer. So next time you're ready to be like, they got how much? Just remember, it's fair, okay? Trust me, a bunch of greedy owners wouldn't be giving them this money if they couldn't afford to give it away, okay? Okay. Speaking of which, they had pay Mike a chance at Cowboys camp. So maybe Jerry Jones will listen this time. He's not going to. He's going to wait till the last minute and it's going to cost him more money. Or he's going to piss Micah off enough to where he walks and goes to a division rival like the Commanders or the Eagles. So Jerry, tread lightly, man. You're old school to a fault. And that's why the Cowboys haven't been serious contenders for 30 years. And in NBA news, I don't know what's going on. The Bulls give Billy Donovan an extension. So apparently in the NBA, only the good coaches get fired. If you're terrible and consistently at the bottom of the Eastern Conference, you get an extension. Hey, man, Billy, make your money, dude. Riding those championships from Florida till the wheels fall off. Well, that's it for sports. Next up, we got What You Eating? All right, so on What You Eating this week, I got to go home to Southern Pines in North Carolina and eat at one of my absolute favorite places on the planet to eat, and that is Wedgie's. They take sandwiches and make them in pizza crust. So you get a pizza sandwich. I mean, it's pizzas and sandwiches put together. Are you kidding me? That's so good. I got the original. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know. It's the first sandwich I got from them, and I keep going back, keep getting it. And it's just amazing. So if you're ever in middle North Carolina, it's like an hour south of Raleigh. It's in a great town called Southern Pines. Go check out Wedgie's.
I'm here with Drew Harrison for Tales from the Road. Ooh. We're talking, and he reminded me of something just now. So whether we go forward with this or not, this is a fun frickin' story.
Love it.
And I think you're a friend of mine, and I think you're going to enjoy it. You met Andy tonight, one of my good friends, and we're talking Tales from the Road, and I can't not get this. Even if this goes no further than me and you, this is something that needs to be chronicled so that if I ever end up in jail, this can go into my biography.
I like it.
we're doing barrel picks, and this isn't a comedy story. This is a whiskey story, and we're doing barrel picks in Louisville, Kentucky, and we're doing an Old Forester barrel pick. An Old Forester barrel pick, you're generally picking between 125 and 135 proof whiskey. So when you've been doing that, you find yourself in a state.
I was about to say, you don't have to partake too much in that.
No,
It'll sneak up on you.
It'll
Because I
definitely-
remember we were the idiots generation that loved Bacardi 151.
That's right. And Everclear and all the things, and they were the extreme scenario.
Side note, just for me and you, remind me to show you a picture of a video of a kid that tried Everclear for the first time straight.
Oh, like a kid or like a...
Well, he's like 21.
Okay.
But he's that generation that doesn't understand Everclear. Like, he says, like, grain alcohol. And someone our age is, like, behind it, like, also in the video being like, you're going to learn today, bro.
It's like watching kids get a landline phone call.
Like, what is that?
What's going on?
Yeah.
There's a cord?
See, I can imagine don't have to drink too much of that.
No, and we picked a wonderful barrel, and we go back to the hotel, and when you're drinking 131 proof, there's like that thing where like your brain says sit down, and your legs say let's go explore the hotel.
So you're literally walking around just not there.
Almost in the freaking clothes I'm in right now, just your barrel picking clothes, and I get to the back of the hotel and I see this ballroom, and I see a bunch of people in the ballroom, and I'm like, I like people. Let's go on in. So I go in, and I see
they're usually open to the public.
You know, it's like a gigantic ballroom, and there's a bunch of people in there, and I see an open bar. I love an open bar,
of course.
So let's just keep going. So I get to the open bar. I order myself a drink. I see a lady. She's got a diamond around her neck that's the size of like a doorknob, like my annual salary. Yeah. She's got a necklace of my life's dreams around her neck.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, I like that too. Let's start talking to her. So I start talking to her, and next thing you know, this dude that looks like a step away from the Secret Service, like the dollar store version of the Secret Service. Like, he's got the black...
Did he have the earpiece?
Yeah, he's got the...
That's all I care about is the earpiece.
The only difference was his suit wasn't pressed.
Okay.
It was like,
yeah.
He's got the black suit and he's got the black tie.
He took it straight out of the bag.
But yeah. It was the Men's Warehouse version of the outfit. And he's like, you are not supposed to be here. And I put my drink down, and I was like, all right, guys, I gotta go. And he escorted me out, and I figured as I left, I saw name tags on a table, and I figured it was because I didn't have a name tag. So I was like, okay, I know how to fix this. So as soon as I got out of his sight, I went immediately back in and grabbed the name tag, and then my name for the rest of the night was Kelvin Cooper. It's a great name.
I can see,
especially for whiskey, because the cooperage is how the whiskey gets made, or what the whiskey goes into. So I slap the name tag on, and I go back to the exact same bartender, and I grab myself another drink, and I go start talking to the exact same lady that's got a gem the size of my hopes and dreams around her neck, and then he shows up again, very angry this time.
Understandably.
He was happy, not happy, but not mad the first time. And now he sees me again. He's like, you, where did you get that? And now I'm just like, bye, everybody.
Like, for real this time?
I know I said goodbye a minute ago, but I mean it this time.
He's mad now.
This guy don't like me. And there's nothing like telling somebody that they don't like you to their face, because he like that he started Jack Daniels road mapping across his forehead.
Yeah.
And he kicks me out again. And now I think this is the funniest thing in the freaking world.
Yeah.
So I go back to Andy, and I go back to my group, and I'm like, here is the game. You have to go. You have to get yourself a name tag. You have to get a drink, and you have to come back to win the game.
Can you do it?
Can you do it? And everybody did it, and it was amazing. until the end of the night when we had all done it a couple times. And me and Andy, just like a ski trip, we made the mistake of going for one more run.
Never go back for one more.
Never
it's
go
always
back.
The last one that gets you.
That's how you break things. And we go back for one more, and there is a policeman waiting at the door of the thing. And he's not very happy to see us.
Yeah. Because
it turns out we had been breaking into the Republican National Convention's fundraiser multiple times that evening.
That makes that story so much better.
And he is in my face. And Andy, he sees the policeman, and he takes his name tag and slings it. I take my name tag and just tuck it into my shirt pocket because I still want a memento.
Yeah.
I still want there to be.
Did the thing.
Yeah, we still did this. So this guy's in my face, just yelling at me, and he's like, "You're going to jail." And I just can't stop laughing, which there's nothing the police hate more than laughing directly in their face. And me and Andy, we've got a very good rapport where we kind of balance each other out, where I'm laughing profusely and Andy's as mad as I am happy.
Oh, wow.
So I'm sitting there.
Went the other direction.
I'm just giggling my ass off. And Andy's like, what do we do? What do we do? What do we do? Everybody's had the friend that when they get in trouble goes into the what do we do mode.
Yeah.
And Andy's just like, is it illegal for us to be inebriated in the hotel that we're staying in? We're staying right upstairs. We can't be drinking in the hotel. And I'm just sitting there laughing.
He's trying to lawyer his way out of this.
Completely.
Yeah.
And the cop just keeps trying. We figure out that the cop, the only thing he has on us is that we've stolen name tags. And so he gets up in my face. He gets nose to nose with me. And he's like, I'm just a grown man talking to another grown man about a name tag. And you can't do that because I'm just fucking dude. Tears.
How do you
tears rolling down my face. And it eventually gets to the point where he has threatened me. He's threatened to take me to jail enough times to where I've stopped laughing. And I'm like, hold on a minute. Hold on, Andy, calm down. Hold on a minute. I'm going to call my lawyer. Shh. I'm going to call my lawyer. And what he didn't know was when I said my lawyer, I met my friend from college, Brett, who I had a pretty good idea had gone to law school after college. So
fake maybe.
A fake maybe. So I called Brett, and I thank God that I didn't put it on speakerphone because Brett, yes, Jesse, is it illegal? Eye contact. Is it illegal for me to be inebriated in the hotel that I'm staying in? My lawyer, Brett? And Brett goes, Jesse, I'm a real estate lawyer. I am not that kind of lawyer, but the cop can't hear this. So I'm just sitting there with Brett in my ear going, what I thought. That's what I thought. Not illegal. Shut up. Not illegal. Okay, thank you. So I get off the phone with Brett, and the cop oh my God, like the most begrudging, like he thought he was taking us. If he wasn't taking us to jail, he at least got to hit us.
Yeah. I'm going to take your kneecap out.
I will at least hurt you forever. And he begrudging us.
I can do it.
Yeah, it's in the law. It's in the law.
The Republicans said it was cool.
Yeah, oh my God, yes. There was a girl in a red dress that was like, what's the movie where you can shoot him if he does that again?
Good God.
So.
Yeah, they weren't going to have your back.
No. So the entire situation dissolves. The cop lets us go. I get back out into the street and I call my wife to let her know of because I'm excited about this.
Right.
I think this
in
is
your mind, this isn't going to upset her at all.
Well, in my comic mind, I'm like, I just got a bit. Like, this is amazing. I call my wife, who I've known as long as I've known Brett, and I call her up and I'm like, honey, this is what's just happened. I walk her through the entire thing. We get to the part where I call Brett, and I tell her I call Brett, and she goes, isn't Brett a real estate lawyer?
You could have told me before I called him.
And scene. Just absolutely perfect. Like there's no scenario where that much alcohol leads to that perfect chronicling of events where I don't go to jail.
See, I have too much of resting criminal face. I wouldn't have gotten in a second time.
Oh, that's always been the difference between like people immediately distrust you and they immediately.
And now that we know each other,
I'm one of their own.
Who should they not trust the most?
Me.
Exactly.
Me. Exactly. You're like the nicest person I've ever met. And I
somehow always end up in handcuffs.
That is the gray hair.
My wife didn't believe it until she finally saw it.
Until she saw it in full action.
She saw how nice a cop talked to her. And then flipped on me. And I didn't even do anything.
I've never understood it. I've seen it in execution, and I've never understood how you can be as nice to the cop. You can. It
almost infuriates them more when you're nice.
1,000%. But then somebody else could be like, oh, sorry, I just had diarrhea on the sidewalk because I had a bad burrito. I'd be like, you're fine. You're just doing what your body told you to do.
And then I go try to like spray it off and they're like, whoa, buddy, what are you doing over here?
Do you have a license? Do you have a permit? Do you have a permit to use a hose on a public sidewalk?
Story of my life, dude. Every single time I actually broke the law and deserved to get in trouble, they treated me with the utmost respect. Every time I did not, I was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. Beaten up, tased, pepper sprayed, thrown in the back of a cop car. Like,
and I
even had a cop one time do the whole hit your head going in the car.
Oh, you had
and he hit me with the oops.
You had the knock.
Yeah, he's like oops. I was like, dude, that's so old. Come on, be creative.
I always thought you were like exaggerating that for comedic effect.
No,
until I saw it that night in Wilmie, and then it was like, what the? You've got like a button. You've got just you know how like a dog can smell a certain pheromone and they go feral? That's what cops you are to cops.
Yeah, dude. It's insane, man.
It's pretty nuts. And it's pretty immediate too.
Yeah.
Like there's no explanation.
So mad at me. Like I can literally be in a group and not done anything, and one person out of the group did something. They're coming at me first.
They ignore that person and go straight to you.
Yeah, they can still be committing the crime, but they're going to come to me first.
That's your new handle. Cop Catnip Drew Harrison.
Jesse, thank you so much, man. Always a pleasure. Tales from the road.
Tales
Appreciate
from the road,
you, buddy.
baby. Of
Check
course.
out Bourbon Showdown. Jesse Jones.